InsideThunder.com. Powered by iHeartMedia, Oklahoma City.
Hi, I'm Randy Renner at Chesapeake Energy Arena, the Oklahoma City Thunder, as shorthanded as they were, and the Miami Heat as hot as they were coming into Sunday's game. It was an amazing victory for the Thunder. They throttled the Heat, controlled the game from the get-go, winning it 93-75. Thunder led by as many as 22 points. Russell Westbrook with another triple-double, his 10th of the season. Russ with 12 points, 17 assists. That ties a career high that he set earlier this season, and 10 rebounds. Enes Kanter returned from that sprained ankle, had a huge night with 27 points, just two shy of his career high, which he set earlier this season out in Utah. Also had 12 rebounds. Steven Adams with 10 points, 10 rebounds. Mitch McGary also with an outstanding game. The Thunder, of course, we can't get through a game without some bad news, and we certainly had some of that. Andre Robertson twisted an ankle about 2 minutes into the game. He did not return to the game. Scott Brooks said they'll have to see how bad it is tomorrow, but looking at the replay, it looked pretty bad. So I would be doubtful that Robertson will be able to play in Tuesday's game against the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's what the head coach had to say after the game.
I thought it was a balanced attack on both ends of the floor. I thought we were moving the ball, got a lot of open looks defensively. I thought the last game in the fourth quarter kind of piggybacked on this game. Defensively, we were good throughout the game. Take away the 10 offensive rebounds in the first half. I think they only ended up with 3 or 4 in the second half. But a lot of balanced scoring. Obviously, Enes came back and had a great game. He gives you a threat down low consistently, and he rebounds the ball well. So I thought everybody rebounded, everybody defended, and we got a lot of good looks offensively.
Darnell Mayberry, Oklahoma. And beyond the numbers defensively, what'd you like about the way your team competed on that end? Well,
we took the challenge. Their backcourt is very good, and they were playing very good going into this game. And Wade is averaging, I think, 28, 29 points in the last 10 or 11 games. I thought we did a good job of guarding him, just making his shots and catches tough. And then Dragic, we didn't want to give him a lot of points in transition. I think we held him to 12 fast break points, and they were averaging over 20 the last 4 or 5 games. But I thought defensively our guards did a great job.
Andrew Gilman, Fox Southwest. Coach, it seemed as though you guys were ahead the whole game. They didn't make any big run at you, and that's been something, a lot of back and forth the last several games, home games and away. When it goes that well, does it give you the idea that, okay, we can duplicate this again and again? Does this seem like a game where you could duplicate it again and again?
Well, we try to duplicate effort every night, and that's the first and foremost thing that we go into every game. We got to match the intensity of what it takes to make an NBA game successful. But you're not going to lead from close to starting the game throughout the game a lot of times in the NBA. So you have to really focus on playing possession by possession, game by game. And that's what we've been doing. We've had some tough luck this year, but we've focused on just playing well while the guys were out there. And I thought Russell's done a great job of leading us in that category, of just making sure that we're all on the same page on both ends.
No Ibaka, no Collison tonight, but your 3 young 20s bigs all have nice nights. How encouraging is that?
Very good. Mitch almost had 10 rebounds himself, so it would have been all 3 bigs would have had 10 rebounds. They're big, they're strong, they're athletic, they can score around the basket. Mitch has a good feel. We've got some things, obviously, to continue to work with all 3 of them on the defensive end, but offensively, they know how to play. Steven's doing a great job of picking things up as this season has gone on. But I like his ability to roll. I like Mitch's ability to be a playmaker up top. Enes has the ability to make buckets inside and outside.
If there's information out about this, I'm sorry I didn't get it, but what is Andre's status right now?
He twisted his ankle. We'll know more. Later on today or tomorrow.
Nick Thunder.me.com. Is there a particular benefit that you see to getting Enes going early? Seems like that may have an impact on opposing defenses throughout the game when you get him going early.
Well, we like to establish getting all of our guys getting going early, and that comes off of the defensive end. Obviously, he has the ability to score around the basket. We're implementing new sets by the day to figure out how to utilize his best post-ups, how he likes to catch them, and where he likes to catch it. Does he like to catch it on the move, or does he like to catch it with a diagonal pick or a cross screen or a rip screen? We just have to figure out as we see him play in games. But I think he's done a good job. Russell's done a good job finding them.
Scott, January 31st, you guys scored 74 points against the Grizzlies. Tonight's the first night, or today's the first day you haven't scored 100 since then. What's been the key to this incredible offensive run you guys have been on?
Making baskets, making transition points. We got a lot of moving players that can score. The guys that we brought in, obviously Ennis and DJ, those guys can score. Kyle and Steven, obviously they can make shots also, but we're playing well offensively. We've had some things that we wanted to do to start the season. Obviously things changed, but Russell and our guards are playing well. Our bigs are rolling. Our bigs are making plays and passing. We're passing the ball much better, I would say, the last, since January on. And obviously, when you have more players to add to that offensive package, it helps.
That was a focus, I know, this summer and in training camp was to become a better spacing, better ball movement type of team, get more weak side stuff going. Do you feel like a lot of that stuff that you guys tried to put in, even with the new players that you have, do you feel like those things are finally kind of taking place on the court?
No, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, because none of those guys were here. We've throughout this season we're somewhat in scramble mode on a lot of nights and days in practice. So, but I just like what we're doing. Today wasn't a great offensive game, but we did move the ball well. We turned it over too much. That's been a little bit of an issue lately, but I like what we're doing. We just got to keep doing that and keep sharing the basketball and finding great shots.
Scott Brooks on the podium after the game. Thunder with a really, really nice win. The big thing about it, the defense was outstanding all through the game. Held Miami to a season-low 75 points. The Heat shot just 39.5%. Of course, as you know, defense has been a problem for the Thunder lately, but on Sunday it was absolutely outstanding. Lakers will be here on Tuesday. Keep it here. We'll update you on InsideThunder.com.